I'm Christine Ferrouge. We're at the Work Shack in Oakland, California, and this is Picnic in the Desert. I am constantly asking questions about what's in the environment that my children are in. I have 3 girls. For this painting, we went out to the desert and took some photos, and they're having cake and mysterious blue liquid. They're aware and they're strong and they're fine, even though as a mother and a human, I'm wondering and asking questions about what's happening with children and girls and people today surviving the world. So this series is part of the Picnic series. So the Picnic series was done around a photo shoot of an actual picnic that I took my 3 daughters to in the desert. It's fascinating to me how humans survive harsh landscapes. In all of history and all throughout the world, we've figured out how to survive some pretty interesting places, but I see that children are often oblivious to the dangers that are happening around them. The moment that we did the picnic was definitely an example of that instance. As they get older, they start to be a little more aware, and often the girls are looking out at the viewer, which for me shows that awareness, right? Like I see them, they look out at you, and that 3-way interaction that's happening. And the blue gloves happened before the pandemic because blue gloves are a way to protect ourselves against things. And in some parts of the Picnic series, they're using that just as a play thing, as a way to be a little fancy. So it's that line of, is it dangerous or is it just, they're just children acting out and making use of the things around them and playing with that, and then how play is actually a really important part of how we process and learn how to survive in the world, right? And then the pink icing on the cake is, I've always thought that frosting and oil paint have a lot of similar texture in common, so that was a super fun aspect. And when I was a new mother, I was concerned often about what chemicals were in the food dyes and stuff like that. So even what we produce and manufacture and consumerism and what we put at our young children in order to get them to buy it can be bright and colorful and fun. I used actually beet juice for for the actual cake, and that was their fun payment. Here you can see, this is before the pandemic, but cleaning supplies and domestic dishwashing gloves, and that's also a blue glove, but it was being used in that fancy play. Something that's really important to me about my work is the scale, that these girls are not little tiny dolly girls, but that on a wall they tower any grown-up human. I think that often we don't see girls and women that way, and so I'm always painting them full scale or slightly larger than life.